is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. New England trying to get a place on offense.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll run for the first time now with James White. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby, the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To Nelson Aguilar. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. First down, here's White. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running out of the gun with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They run the draw play. This is White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. This will be fielded at the 17. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. On 1st down, it's Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
New England.
Newton on first down.
He'll drop it underneath to White.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. To throw again on second down. Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And it's complete. Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Andre Roberts now to return it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Houston set to take over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They're going with Lindsey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So Newton and the Patriots
Trailing 10-3. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Newton. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Back to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Now it's Newton. That's complete into the hands of Myers. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Newton. And that's caught by Smith. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run them a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.